Hello. Yes, we're live. Right. Oh, yes, Kangafango, there. And as you can see, my t-shirt, green. Not that that makes any difference at this point. Sorry about the delay. I was only able to actually start prepping about 5 minutes after I originally wanted to. And then there was additionally also more prep to do because the locomotive I wanted to drive didn't have any consists pre-made, so I had to quickly put together a consist and then load that. Yeah, I mean, if you've played Train Simulator and you've done that, then you know how long that takes. So, hello. Train Simulator. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's fine. Doesn't matter that much. So, hello there. Yes, hello. Let's see, is there... Mr. W! Hello, Mr. W! Hello, Kangafango, yes. Hello, yes. Right, I'm so happy that you're back again, Mr. W. You too, Kango, although you weren't gone, so that's good. Right, so let's get right underway. So, what's unfortunate? Well, I had to do more prep than I thought I did, because the locomotive that I want to drive today didn't have a consist pre-made, so I had to put a consist together first and then load into it. Plus, I had only about half the time I thought I did to prepare for it. It taking longer before I tried this. But it's not that unfortunate, yeah. Also, there's someone watching without an account. Hello, hello. You're welcome too. Alright, I thought it was something really bad. No, it's not. It's really nothing. Okay, so let's switch over. There we go. This locomotive. I have never driven this one before. This is the Berkshire locomotive, number 765. Yes. Looks quite strong, doesn't it? Hopefully it also is quite strong. You can see those lovely white painted tires. And yes, they do. The wheels do have tires made of steel. And we've got quite a heavy train. Coal train. It weighs just under 1,000 tons, I believe. Oh yeah, I just put a caboose at the end. Turns out it's the Sacramento Northern caboose. Not sure how that got here. And yes, this is the, what's it called? Bessemer and Lake Erie route, which I don't think you can buy anymore. But yeah, as you can see, it's a nice winter day, well, evening, actually. And if we look inside, you can see everything, it's okay. You've got the speedometer here. You've got, I believe, steam chest pressure, brake pressure there. You've got, I think that's boiler pressure here, yep. The textures aren't that great, but this is a really nice locomotive. So here you go. Right, so, actually, this is a thing I wanted to do. Lake Erie? NKP Berkshire? Nice, white rims. Someone mixed up their cabooses again. Yeah, I'm just imagining train street racing. No idea how it would work, but I'm imagining a souped up choo-choo. Yeah, I mean, there are street running trains, not trams, like actual proper trains. I mean, probably with more than one track and a lot of bogey drifting. Souped up choo-choo, yeah. Yep, Bessemer Lake Erie is gone. I want to see if I can find that on a map where we're having, because that is actually a bit of feedback I got, which was, it would be nice to see where we're driving on the world. So let's see if I can find this. So, Meadville, I believe it was called, Meadville. Yeah, so this up here is Lake Erie. Let's see, where are we starting from? Does it say on the map? No, that is where we need to go. Center player. Does it say anywhere? Oh, North Bessemer Station. Okay, so I'll look for Bessemer, and then we can see where we're going. So I'll open up another window. Is this right? No, that can't be right. Pennsylvania. That's correct, I believe. Is that near there? Ah, yes, here we go. This is correct. So we are in Pennsylvania, so you can see up here. Actually, I'll zoom in a bit so you can actually see it. So we're up here. We're going to drive from here by Newcastle, as you can see. Quite clearly, Newcastle. From, I think, roughly around here somewhere. All the way up to Meadville. This route does go up to the lakeside, I believe, but that would be too long for this stream. So, now that would be a long TS route. Yeah, it would. Hopefully it won't crash. Hopefully. So, let's get going. Let's see how this will work. Or if it will work. One second. Will it work? Uncertain. I'll... Again, I haven't driven this locomotive before. I'm not sure what sort of weight range it is designed for. It does seem to be getting wheel slip quite easily. That's interesting. Maybe the train is too heavy. It does say wheel slip, actually. Let's see what happens if I decouple some of the cars. Does it start now? Not really. Well, it does. Yeah, How many cars do we have at this point? Well, we have a good few. Yeah, I decoupled this bit back here. With all the zooming. Hopefully it won't crash. The train or the game or both? Both. Looks lovely. That loco reminds me quite a bit of the Polar Express. Yeah. Search Perry Market 1225 and you'll see what I mean. That's the locomotive the Polar Express is based on Charters. I would say try Sander. You're already doing that 1 hour later. And that's how long we've went. 1 mile. Yeah. Charters, you're gonna leave the caboose behind? I meant the computer. I mean, it is going now. However, we are getting a lot of wheel slip. Maybe that's the issue. No, we can't explore the route like this. Sorry, I'll have to choose a different locomotive. Yeah, sadly. I'll have a look at that later and see if I can figure out what is going on. However, I'll be with you shortly, choosing a different locomotive now. And I already have one in mind. It's a nice one. That should be good. And start up the quick drive again. I thought Shardai said it. Oh, that's so slow. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe there's a trick to it. Maybe it's got some advanced controls that I'm unaware of. Because some locomotives do come with their own manuals. And again, I haven't driven that one before, so I'm not sure if it does or not. No, I said it 2 messages above your initial question in chat. Shardai, wait, what? You mean that we're choosing a different locomotive? Yeah, I'm choosing a different locomotive. Because I want to get somewhere, I want to drive this stretch of the route. However, at that speed, we're probably not going to be able to do it. And we're already 18 minutes in, and we're only just starting. So, yeah, I did not want to give any more time to that locomotive at this time. Shardai, here's an idea. The BR class 42 on Settle Carlisle. What was 42 again? Remind me. BR green with a rack of 9 BR maroon Mark 1 coaches. No. This is going to be a good locomotive. You might already be able to hear it in the background. You probably can, actually. You probably already know what it is. Shardai, Washer Plus. Oh, right. Alright, but I'd leave the route as it is. Yeah. Cab forward! I'm calling it right now. Sounds very weird. Southern Pacific cab forward. Well, let's just see. Almost spacey. And... yes, here we are. This is a Southern Pacific cab forward locomotive. Which means it's a steam locomotive, but this is the backside. It's got the cab on the front. Yeah, it's got the cab on the front, and the tender after it, it's oil-fired. And this time we've got boxcars. 40 of them. Hopefully this will not be too much. Yeah, but look at the cab. You've got here the brake pressure, you've got the cylinder pressure, speed, boiler pressure, that sort of thing. And yes, sounds a bit like an old arcade machine. It does. Yes, I called it. Oh my, wow, whoop whoop. Sounds like it's sneezing. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, so here we go. You can look out the window. You've even got a rear view mirror, which doesn't work. Yeah, we've got the other side of the cab. And let's go. Oop, do not need to put more in. This is a mallet, which means that the driving wheel bogies are separated. It's articulated. So here we go. This is an American locomotive, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Hopefully it'll work. Aha, she sets into motion. No to the rear view mirror. Yes, yep. Not mallard, mind. It's spelled mallet. Yeah, sounds like a phaser pistol. It does a bit. Yep. Yeah, we chuggin'. We are chuggin'. And we're wheel slipping. It is snowy after all. Yeah, this locomotive is going forward. By the way, we're here at Bessemer. Very nice. There's this very lovely bridge across this mostly frozen river. Do not want to speed. There we go. We've got a speed limit of 15 miles per hour at the moment. You can see the snow flying off. And those are the cylinder cocks right there that are blowing steam. Here's the inside again. You can see the throttle is at the top. You can also open and close the window a bit. See? If you want. Haha, train go pew pew. And off we go! Legend has it, if you close your eyes, you'd think you were in a sci-fi western. Now that's a crossover I'd love to see. Same. I mean, if they're shooting all the time, maybe not. But yes. Shadows. Also, you can open the windows. Snap! Speaking of steam, did anyone else notice how foggy it was this morning? Might not have been like that where you guys are. I don't know. Shadows, does this come with cab lights? No, it does not. Hello! Oh, hello! The awesome... Or also Chris. Hello, Chris. Welcome. That's twice you've called it in the space of 10 minutes. Yeah. Hello. Hiya. So we're driving the cab forward, the Southern Pacific cab forward, on the Bessemer Lake Erie route, which the Bessemer Lake Erie route is not available for purchase anymore. But this locomotive, I believe, is. Originally, I wanted to drive the Berkshire locomotive. However, that wouldn't start. Maybe the train was too heavy. I don't know. I haven't driven that locomotive before. I have a question. Have you seen the K&L Trains site? If yes, what did you think? K&L Trains. It does ring a bell. A bit like this. But I don't really know what that was about. Hiya, it's even got snow textures on the front. Yeah? Yes, this loco is. It's got Donner Pass scenarios, XDDD. You can hear it approaching. Oh, that's so nice. Just gleaming in the sunshine. Just look at it in the orangey sunshine. That is so nice. You can see the sun over there. They sell trains, steam locos, right? I'm not sure, maybe. The dreadful sound of the train as it approaches. Pew, 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 pew. How would you vocalize that sound? There we go. If that's what you meant. The train's approaching! Everyone hide! Pew pew pew! Here's the site. And it's gone. Is it gone now? Pew! Get down! That's scarily good. Thanks. By the way, if the volume's wrong, then please tell me, I can fiddle with it. Yes, KL Trains does. I did visit that site years ago. I haven't bought anything from there. Nah, mommy's fine. Great. Nah, that's just Frisk shooting with the gun. Okay. Only from the inside. Turn it down. Wait, from the outside it's too loud? They've also got a cab forward for trains, right? I love this locomotive. They should nickname it the sneezing locomotive. Also, let me check the... Right, so we're dropping water pressure at this point, steam generation rate, and now it's going up again. I'm just keeping an eye on the top value on the second paragraph to see if my steam generation rate is increasing or decreasing. Still increasing, interesting. Yes, but the site got shut down. Shut is from too close. It is, yeah. I see. Oh, there is a bridge. That sounded interesting. Oh right, we're losing boiler pressure generation rate, so I think about 80% firebox should be good. I once downloaded a big freeware pack from them, I think, but I won't use any because I only want to use DLS content. Ah, I see. Finally, K&L trains have now posted after 6 months of not posting. Nice. What did they post about? Shall I? Random question. What's your favorite genre and mix of genres? Like, do you mean game or music or what? Film? The train's coming again! Get down! Very thick smoke. Yeah. That was mostly because I was firing the firewall. I was, injecting oil into the fire, hence more smoke. Phew, I didn't see us. Shadows. Games, films, books, that kind of thing. Not music. Oh, I see. I'd probably have to say a tie between sci-fi and comedy. Imagine this thundering down the Riviera line. Yeah, we'd have quite a few issues because of the loading gauge, but yeah, I can still imagine it. Whenever there's a station, boink. Yeah, exactly. And the train would have derailed. Yeah. Oh, that's probably the new thing that they've posted. Oh, there we go, too fast. Still too fast. Oh, we're going downhill. That would be why. Originally, I wanted to drive at night for once. However, then for one thing, you really wouldn't see much. And if we got a locomotive without any in-cab lighting, like this one, for example, even though there is a light bulb there, I can't turn it on. Or maybe I can with one of these. Oh, that? Or what's that? Shouldn't fiddle with it, really, if I don't know what it is. What does that say? I'm not sure what that says. Oh, those are the headlights outside, I see. That looks like the emergency. Yeah, that's the emergency brake. Now, oops. Where does the wiring go? Maybe there is oh, what's that? Oh, gauge lights, there we go. And cab light. There is one. It's just up there, you can't do it with the hotkey. But yeah, there is a cab light, you can see. But we don't need that yet. Looks nice, thanks. Oh, driving at night, especially in this map, would be so good. Yeah, it would. It would. By the way, in Train Simulator, you can change what season it is. So you can play this map not just in winter, you can also play it in summer, autumn, or spring, which will impact how the map looks. Shadows, that would be the outside light. Yes. Tell us a ghost story that happened to you, like if something paranormal happened to you, of course. Maybe I'll consider it when I've finished reading chat. Shadows. Ooh, what's this thing do? Skate! Yeah. Random request, but I don't dislike it. Oh, nice. Or breaks the very fabric of reality. Yikes, that would be quite the lever. Yeah. It's like the joke about the world's off switch. To stop it spinning. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know why this route got removed. I have no idea why. Because it's a very good route. Luckily I've already got it, so I can keep it, but other people can't get it, really. The paranormal story that happened to Paradise. Alright. Oh, I see. Well, I don't think anything really paranormal happened to me. However, I can make something up. He's one heck of a storyteller. Oh, thank you. That's kind of you to say. And wait, what? Really? I mean, really? It does say 70% water down here. You can read that, right? Oops. And there we go. You did read that. You could see that. It did say 70%. Bring Gaelrock into the tale. Improv. Be an actual story. It wouldn't be an actual story then. Oh dear. Well, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, yep, 70%. Surely a story isn't true. Well, stories can be true. Okay, this is actually getting to be very interesting. We've got thrown out of it again. I kept an eye on the water. It said 70%. Kangofango confirmed 70%. Apparently, you said that happened to you. Well, I can say it like I can make up a story and tell it like it happened to me, but I can't tell it a story that actually happened to me that's paranormal. There's nothing paranormal actually happened to me, as far as I know. So, no, you read it out. You read out the statement phonetically. Or no cookies for you. You read out. You know, That one up there? No, I won't. I'll never go. Okay. Yeah, okay, exactly. Right. So... Okay. Well, let's turn it to nighttime, shall we? Let's do... Well, let's try 8 o'clock. Maybe not deep night. Let's see if this will work. So, let's... Okay, I mean... Sure, we've already tried 2 locomotives. Why not try a third? Why not try a third? Okay, sure, why not? Actually... No, I want to drive from the inside. That's gonna be good. So let's drive the gas turbine. Why not? 70 mixed wagons. Yes, I know it's Union Pacific, but that doesn't matter. Okay, and if we're gonna drive in the night, might as well put it on snowy as well. That'll be nice. Today's random idea. Say a story about a space-shifting necklace. I could, but maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Location shifting. I was laying in bed a while, and yes, I do get the reference. Kang Fango, I do get it. I was like, sorry, I was lying in bed a while back, and my head was on the pillow. I then felt 4 sudden presses beside my head. Hold it right there. MKS class 460. Nope. My friend said that a ghost haunts her, and it's actually true. She took a photo, and there was something that's not supposed to be there. Should have gone for the GT3 gas turbine. Is that the British one? Because I want the American one on this, because that's a very, very cozy one. You can look out of it quite good. A ghost appeared in the bathroom. I mean, that's always where they tend to appear. So, here you go. Rail adhesion, snow conditions, okay. Here we go. Nighttime. That's already on. Let's see about the other switches. We've got the step light, so you can see outside it's dark there now. If I turn this on, you can see the step lights come on down here. Let's just leave those on. Headlight dim. No, we do not want it to be dimmed. Gauge lights, of course, on. Backup light. Oh, I think that made it a bit brighter. And that one we can't mess with. Sander, we're probably gonna need. Dynamic brakes we don't need. Backup light master is fine. We've already actually got a co-driver model in this. So yes, this is a gas turbine. Can't really see it right now, it's nighttime. It's basically a really, really powerful locomotive. And we've got a really, really long train. We've got, I think, 70 cars on it. So, here we go. Enable the wiper. And there we go. Let's release the brakes. Put in forward gear. And let's reset. That's kind of cool. Shadows, yep, and alright. It took so much more it looked so much more realistic in TS 2016 trailer with this logo. Remember that? I do. Bit rude to take a picture of someone whilst they're doing the business, even if they are a ghost. Oh, I suppose so. Shadows, do you know how to model or reskin? The question goes to all of you. I do know how to model. Reskin in trains-ish. I haven't done it yet, but I know roughly how it works. In Train Simulator, no. With a blizzard? It is snowing a bit. No, she was not doing business. I would gather... so, as he's made a few games. Meant to be a joke? For trains I do. I've tried to do a TS3 skin a few years back, but I didn't succeed. I might try that again someday, I don't know. No, she was taking pictures in the bathroom, because that's where the activity is more active. Was referring to the ghost in the bathroom. Never mind. Shadows, I meant the TS16 trailer with the blizzard. Oh, right, oh, that makes sense, yes. So, here we go. This is the bell. By the way, if the volume's okay, it's fine. Here's the horn. You can actually pull this here. Okay, here we go. Me who wants the loco brake in trains. Loco brake. I'm not sure what that is. So here we go. By the way, this also has a wheel slip indicator. You can see if I increase the throttle too much, you can see wheel slip. Trace. Oh, the route looks so much creepier now. Of course it does. You weren't expecting it to look less creepy in the night. So here we go, setting out. And also it is snowing. You can barely see it, but you can just about see a few snow particles here. You can see them against the illuminated background. This is such a cozy cab, I find, especially since you have company. But you can actually also open the window. So you can see if I rolled, actually, I can roll the window down, I can roll the window up. The windshield snow in this game looks suspiciously like rain. Yeah, you're right. The snow should really be white. The thing is, it wasn't illuminated. That's why it was dark. Shadows, imagine that if you turn the camera to your company one time and his head would directly face you. Yeah, I thought of the same thing. You can also do the sun visor, move that. You know, I haven't really driven this locomotive that much. I have driven it like once or twice on the what's it called? Sherman Hill. For which this route has scenarios. Oh, haha, the step lights. Look at them. They illuminate the ground. You see, if I disable the step lights now, you can see it doesn't. That's a surprise. Actually, let's watch it go by. You may want to turn your brightness up a bit for this. Yeah, and Sherman Hill is a good route, but it's not that interesting in my opinion. So I've never really driven because I tend to drive career scenarios. By the way, this is a multiple unit. You've got the A unit in the front with a cab, and then you've got the B unit behind it, which is also a locomotive, this one, but it doesn't have a cab. And then you've got the tender for the gas, I believe, and then you've got freight. And of course you've got the speedometer here. It looks like this with the lights off. Ooh, that's also nice. You can just see how nicely that's illuminated around here. But let's keep the light on for now. Oops, speeding. The fog as well. Yes. Sherman Hill. Do you mean the other person in the cab? Yes. Yep. Ooh, shard eyes. Oh boy, the lighting. Yeah. The Loco Brake is a type of 040T engine from Brazil. You can search after the stream the Loco Brake. Oh right, that was the thing in I think you also said in Slovak's stream, if I remember correctly. I remember it now. Has a tongue under the locomotive that attaches with a special rope to climb mountains or so. Interesting. Lighting. Can you make a game look so much more beautiful? Lighting can make a game look so much more beautiful. Yes, indeed. Wow, so like a Batman train. I don't know, search it at your own cost though. Yeah. Chalice, do you think you'll drive the British T3 gas turbine on stream too someday? Yeah, I think so. Why my cost? Well, look it up then you'll know. We're still at 15 miles per hour speed limit, by the way. Because the back end of our train is all the way back here, and is only just entering the bridge. Now. Actually, let's just fly along. As you can see, this is how long the train is. There you go. Here is the locomotive. The mighty engine that drives this train. Speed limit's gone up to 50, so I'll just increase the throttle. Turbine already spooled up. Great! We've got a... Yes, because you can actually enable and disable the turbine mode somehow. Not entirely sure how, though. Headlights master switch. Nope, don't need that. It should be strong enough anyway. Maybe it's already on by default. I'll just quickly save. It looks like a Steam dummy if you search it. Steam dummy, right. Shadows, we can't see much. Yeah, can't really do much about that. Actually, can I change the gamma? Might be able to. Ambient light intensity. Sure. That didn't change much. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's in camera options. Field view, screen effect, color filter, vignette. Noise, nope. CTR, nope. No. I never use these, by the way. Maybe it is the... It's not sunlight though, is it contrast? I don't know. Maybe I can change it in the main menu, I don't know. I can try sunlight intensity, but I don't think it'll change anything. Nope, didn't change anything. Right. Long train. Ooh. And sunlight intensity here. My mind. Since I don't know how to model, I will ask Cheddars to see if he can, but I have to pay him. But I'm broke, so he can't. Well, if you wanted me to model a locomotive for you, then yes, I would need to be paid for that, because that is a large time investment, and yeah. However, good thing for you, I haven't modeled that many locomotives yet, so I likely wouldn't accept a commission anyways. Yeah. However, I will probably need to model a locomotive soon for my trains route. So, yeah, we'll see. Why don't you maybe learn yourself? Even if they may take a while. That may take a while. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely what I would recommend. Learn to model yourself. That is a thing that comes in handy so much. Okay, 40 miles per hour. Right. Good luck with that, Shared Ice. Thank you very much. Mac Abbey, northbound. Ooh, there's a locomotive coming. It's a steamer, of course. There goes the cab. And by the way, this is the little room where, in reality, you can open it, and I believe there's a toilet in there. I'm not sure about this one, but I believe there is. In most American diesel locomotives, there is one down there. Let's save again. Good luck, Loco. Hello. Yeah. Ding dong. Calling all wooden boxcars. We'll be arriving at our destination in 10 minutes. Please apply your seatbelt. Yes. So, as we are driving through the nighttime, I'll reduce the throttle a bit. Yeah, let's do some stories. Why not? The following link shows that. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have a look at it. Ah, that. Oh, but that looks really good, I think. Yes, it looks very nice and unique, indeed. Right, so... Okay, so... This story didn't actually happen to me. However, I did read it from a credible source, which is from a forum post about trains, and this one, I think it was a young woman. I'm not sure. She, well, her father passed away, and when she was looking through his things. Also, is the volume okay? Is the volume okay? Just one more thing. Is the volume okay in the cab? Can you hear me correctly? Sure it is. Cab light needs to be off first for the ghost part to work. Are you sure? I can try. That's the cab light? No, that's number 1. Oh, wait, is that... Yeah, it's under normal, that's good. Where's the cab light? Backup light, gauge light. Which one's the cab light? Is that... I can't see if it's one of these. Well, like this? Maybe, yeah, volume's fine. It's alright. Okay, good. Well. Yeah. This better? Although you can't really see anything now. Ooh, bridge. The same bridge as from before. Right. So, as I said before, I read a story on forums, railway forums. I think it was a young lady. Her father died. She was looking through his things, and she found a journal that he kept. He was a driver for, I think it was the Nickel Plate Railroad in America. Not sure. He was a driver for a railroad, anyways. And usually it was just a logbook of... Oh, hello, Brent, sorry. Welcome. We're just starting the ghost stories. 5 people watching. Great. So, yes. Most of the things that he'd written in the journal were things like where he picked up a locomotive, like his schedule basically, and who his co-drivers were, and any breakdowns and things like that, basically. A locomotive driver's journal. However, she said that one particular entry really piqued her interest. And she didn't go into too much detail. However, she said that her father, she didn't give a name, that her father was, he was supposed to go on vacation. However, the foreman was short on staff. It was the winter, much like this actually. It's winter, and a heavy order of coal. This takes place in the Allegheny Mountains, by the way, in Pennsylvania. A heavy order of coal needed to be delivered down to the docks to be transferred into barges from the mountains, from the coal mines in the mountains, and there was a storm incoming. So the docks would shut down at midnight. So they had to hurry up, and this was back in the days of steam. So it's maybe not nickel plate. I'm not sure. Maybe it was PRR. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've read the story. Anyway, yes. So he goes to his steam locomotive, performs the necessary safety check. He goes in, and he waits for his fireman. Now this is extra hours. He's being paid triple for this job. Yes. Eventually his fireman arrives. It's a man he's never seen before. He wrote that was kind of the quiet type, didn't say very much. Yeah. This was kind of late evening. Eventually they got the fire up again, because this locomotive has been... basically, the locomotive has been working for the entire day, and they had put it on a siding for the fire to die down, and it took a while to get it going again. Eventually, they coupled up to the empty wagons, and it started snowing. As they set off out of the yard, the locomotive's axles creaked as they warmed up again after just having started to cool down. And so they set off into the mountains. Things went quite well. Yes, the track wasn't too slippery. Yes, some parts were icy, but the driver knew this route very, very well. He'd worked there for many years. And so they climbed the winding mountain tracks, over bridges, through tunnels, until, a few hours later, they got to the first coal mine. They arrived there, and there was nobody there. Apparently they had all went home. Apparently they all went home for the night. The telegram or phone call that they still need to work, even after their shifts ended, must not have reached them in time. So when they got there, the fireman had to load the coal cars manually. So it was a very, very cold night, and as he went out, the driver wrote in his journal that he heard him cursing multiple times as he slipped and on the cold ladders up to coal tipple to load the wagons. However, after much delay, much waiting, eventually the coal train was fully loaded. Now this was a very long coal train, about twice as big as they are usually, and they didn't have a helper locomotive. So when the fireman came back in, he could see that there was bits of frozen water in his beard. He cleared himself up and warmed himself by the fire, and so they set out into the darkness once more. This is a single-track main line. I'll rechat in a little while. So yeah, this is a single-track main line, and at this point, the young woman in the forum wrote that a bit of the story is missing. It looks like some of the pages were actually torn out. But eventually, the journal picks up again. At this point, they're approaching the peak of a long, long incline, going through multiple cuts. Yes. So as they approach the peak, because the thing is that, for those of you who don't know, in a steam locomotive, there has to be perfect communication between the driver and the fireman, because the fireman has to anticipate what the driver will do to get the locomotive ready for what it needs to do, especially in harsh conditions, like, for example, in a snowy winter night, especially with a long train like this. So, as she wrote, the train approached the summit, and her father wrote that the quietness of the fireman was really getting to be a problem, because the fireman used to look out the window more than pay attention to the driver, and on 2 occasions the driver had to snap the fireman out of it to make sure that he kept an eye on the water levels, because if the water levels drop below a certain point, then the crown plate of the firebox melts and there's a boiler explosion. So yes, anyway, they were approaching the summit. Her father thought that this was going to be a relief. Now it was all going to be downhill, in a good way. So they would only need to keep the speed in check, and the issue with the firemen wouldn't be that big of an issue anymore, as they could conserve more steam. They reached the peak of the mountain, and Suddenly there was a jolt. The engine almost skipped forward a little bit. There was a huge, loud bang behind them. They immediately put on the emergency brakes, and they screeched to a halt in the snowy mountains. The driver wanted the fireman to go look what had happened. He did not respond. And so, the driver himself, I was distracted by the whistleblower just there. And so, the driver himself got his coat, put it on, and stepped out of the locomotive, climbing down the steps into the snow, walking along the tracks. 2 miles! That's how long the train was. 2 miles. However, when he got about 1.5 miles back, and by the way, this was before walkie-talkies, radio communication, that kind of thing, he saw that about 1/3 of the train was missing. 1/3 of it was gone. The knuckle coupler had snapped. Apparently, the night was so cold that the steel had frozen, and the knuckle coupler snapped. He cursed his luck, and he set out back to the locomotive. About 10 minutes of walking later, he thought he heard something behind him. He turned around, and I need a little drink of water, sorry. Yes. He turned around, and he could only see the darkness and the snow. His lantern he had only shone about 5 meters or so in front of him. He didn't see anything, although he felt like he was being watched. He heard sounds. Yes, like Kangafango said, he heard howling. Wolves howling. He hastened back to the locomotive, almost running. He almost tripped a couple of times, but he caught himself. He approached the locomotive and climbed back up the ladder to the cab. He got back safely. He cursed and he said to the fireman that they'd lost part of the train. The damn cold, he said. Now at this point, the young lady in the forum, she says that a lot of debating ensues. She skipped forward a bit. She said a lot of debating ensued between the fireman and the driver on what they should do, because they can't just leave part of the train on the line. That is very dangerous. That could cost a lot of people their lives. Additionally, they need to get the coal down to the harbor. She said that in the journal, her father wrote that after about 20 minutes of arguing with the fireman, they eventually settled on both going outside and trying to tie the couplers together with a chain to try to hold them together. However, this would mean that they would not have air brakes in the last third of the train. They got a chain from the cab. They started walking back, very, very vigilant. They felt like they were being watched again. Eventually, they got to the rear of the train. Luckily, the last third of the train that had decoupled rolled down the hill to hit the back of the other train so they could put the chain around it. And by this time the wind had really, really picked up. And this was a wooded area, wooded coniferous mountains. The snow was piling up and they were being snowed in. They had to hurry up. So they put the chain around the couplers. They put a lock through it. No, not a lock, one of the bars, like one of those pins they stuck through the links of the chain to hold strong. They closed the angle cocks of the brake system so that the rear of the train would roll, and they started back towards the locomotive. When they got about halfway there, the driver said that he turned back once and the fireman was gone. He looked around, he shouted into the night. No response. He cursed once more, and as he did so, he decided that he could not leave him here. He needed to look for him. If he could not find him, then this would surely be the death of the fireman. And so he walked back, his face freezing. He couldn't feel his fingers or his feet. They were numb from the cold. He walked back, and he saw what looked like scuff marks in the snow leading down the embankment. He shouted once more, and he decided to follow them. He had to leave his lantern there to find his way back to the train. He went down about 10 meters, and there he saw the fireman lying in the snow, bleeding from his shoulder. He got down there, felt his pulse. He was alive, and he eventually got him to regain consciousness, although apparently the driver didn't write in exactly how he got him to regain consciousness. They went back to the locomotive very quickly. They got back, climbed up the ladder, they got in. The fireman holding his shoulder where it bled from. He would not say what had happened. And so they set off, the brakes hissing and screeching as the train wanted to set into motion, but this was heavy and the wheels spun. Wheels slipped. Eventually, they got going. And that steady chuffing of the locomotive, that steady rhythm, first slow, but picking up speed, sent thoughts of hope into the minds of the driver and the fireman. After about another half hour of travel, the driver looked over to the side and saw that the fireman was unconscious. He was leaning against the wall, his hand draped over his shoulder. He tried to wake him up. Of course he did. What else would he do? And when he did, when the fireman opened his eyes, he could see that they were bloodshot. The man had a fever. Still, he would not tell him what happened. Now he would not speak at all. At this point, the driver knew that he could not rely on him to shovel the coal, and so he took the shovel into his own hands, simultaneously looking out the window, trying to see what lay ahead, trying to spot any signals, speed restrictions, while keeping the boiler pressure up, shoveling coal. Let me drink some more water. And actually, let's look at the locomotive from the outside again. There we go. Very nice. Oh, and the speed limit's gone up to 50 just now. That's good. That should be fine. Okay. Let's do 55% throttle, that should be fine. And also let's quick save, just in case, because the true horror is a game crashing. Right. So, where was I? Don't worry, I'll keep telling the tale. Oh, look at that. Oh, bit close there. buddy. Right. So, as I was saying, yes, he had to take on the role of both parts, both the driver and the fireman, and several times, he writes, they nearly came off the bloody rails. Not literally, though, the rails weren't literally bloody, at least I don't think they were. The young lady, she didn't clarify that part. I don't think they were bloody. Anyway, yes, so several times they nearly came off of the rails. And the mountainous terrain ate up so much heat from the boiler, so much, that the driver was basically only shoveling coal at that point. Only occasionally could he look up and stick his head out of the ice-cold window to see where they were. One time, he was shoveling and shoveling and shoveling when suddenly he felt the locomotive jerking suddenly sideways. He looked out the window and saw that they had approached the canyon bridge. This is the steepest curves. This has the steepest curves on the entire line, and they were doing 60 miles per hour. The speed limit here was 15. The driver slammed on the brakes. The locomotive swayed from side to side. He could hear the water in the boiler sloshing back and forth, and the flanges of the wheels screeching against as the locomotive leaned back and forth, slamming down onto the rails. He could hear the axles groaning beneath him. But he made it. The train did not derail. He sighed a sigh of relief. But then he looked over to the side. The fireman was nowhere to be seen. The wall that he was leaning up against, the side wall, there was a smear of blood from the shoulder out towards the open entranceway of the cab. He had fallen out. He was leaning on the side that led into the canyon. There was no point in stopping now. He was gone. The driver looked over, and there was something on the floor. There was something there, covered by rags. He took the rags off, careful now. At this point, the locomotive had slowed down to a safe speed. And it was a pocket watch. Yes, a pocket watch on a golden chain. It was still ticking. It was inscribed with the letters BT. And when he opened it, there was a black and white photograph of a woman there. Actually, the young lady in the form, she said that from what her father said in the journal, that she had the face of an angel. So make of that what you will. And yes, now that the fireman was out of the locomotive, things oddly seemed to be going better. The track was less frozen. The steam didn't drop as fast. Even the wind died down a bit. Eventually, after a few more hours, the train rolled down out of the mountains, through the foothills, along the fields, and to the yard. The train made it. He made it on time. He made it 15 minutes before midnight. The harbour was still open. The customers would get their coal, yes. And all it took was the life of one man. with a bonus that the driver got. In fact, he got both. He got the money that the fireman would have gotten for valor on the job. He went on vacation. At this point, the journal stops. Yes, the journal stops. The next order, the next entry in the journal is just normal entries, like them picking up coal or him getting a new engine and things like that. Yes, and that is the end of what the young woman had quoted in the forum. However, I looked at her profile on the forums because I really liked her writing style. I wanted to see if she had written any books. She hadn't. However, I did stumble on another post of hers in the same forum, which was from about a month or so earlier, and it was her birthday. Apparently, she wrote that she'd gotten a really nice birthday present, and the people should guess what it was. A lot of people had replied, guessing different things. Some people guessed a car, others guessed vacation to tropical islands. And let me just save again. And she replied with, no, her birthday present was that her father died. She didn't say it in a she wrote it in a sarcastic way. She was obviously devastated. He died in his sleep. However, the next day, mail had arrived. Lots of letters of condolence. One of them, however, did not contain a letter. The envelope did not contain a letter. Instead, there was an object in it, about the size of the palm. Now, probably everybody already knows what it was, right? She opened it, and yes, indeed, there was a pocket watch in there. At that point, she hadn't read her father's journals yet. She had no idea what it was. She thought it was a present of one of her father's friends that got sent to her as consolation. It was golden, and the letters BT were inscribed in it. She wrote, and here's the thing that really freaked me out when I read this. She wrote that at least the people who sent the pocket watch had the kindness of putting her face in it. Yes. She opened the pocket watch, and there was a black and white photo of her in it. Like, that's just so creepy. I mean, I got the shivers when I read that. Yeah. Actually, thinking about it, she hasn't been active in a long time on the forums. I hope nothing's happened to her. Yes, and that concludes our horror story. There we go. Lights back on, everything's fine. There we go. By the way, all of it made up, just as a disclaimer. I didn't actually read that, I just made it all up on the spot. There we go. Yes. Now, let's see, I want to read chat, but I do not want to speed accidentally. I think we should be fine, it's relatively level, we're going up a bit. Actually, let's do a drive-by. That should be nice. Right. Oh wow, a lot of stuff is here since I started. Since I started the story. Right, there we go. I'll wait until the train's passed so you can probably hear me talking. By the way, this is how long our train is, by the way. Oh, and we're going uphill. I need to increase the throttle a bit. That was nice. Now, back to the cab. Actually, let's do it like this. I'll read the chat. Actually, no, it's too loud like this. I'll go back in. It's quieter. That's better. Right, so let's get to reading chat. Right, the cab light needs to be off first for the ghost part to work. It's alright. Yeah, volume is fine. Okay, yes. Brant, hello, Brant. Welcome. Brant, you join us at the story time. What hour is it? It's horror story hour. Only it was a steam locomotive. Yes, it was a steam locomotive indeed. Let's just increase the throttle a bit so that we're not going to crawl to a stop here. Let's see. Since it's nickel plate. Oh no, I know where this is going. Whoa! That's very odd. Hey Sharedice, my birthday is coming, 22nd December if you're curious. Oh, well, happy birthday then in advance. Yes. Congratulations on having survived another year of life. Which essentially that's what it means really, doesn't it? If you say happy birthday, you're just congratulating people for having survived. I know it's a bit weird to think about it like that. Happy birthday for them then, yes. Happy birthday in advance. Oh, the lonely one. Hello, you're finally in one of my streams. Welcome. Welcome in, the lonely one. Hey, you join us at storytime. With pages torn out. That's so bizarre. Wow, that's really creepy. Whoa, wait, what? What? I see. My story had the desired effect. Youch. And then the locomotive was gone? Nice tension building. That was probably when I took the drink of water. Yes, that was intentional. Yep. I'm calling wolves. Wolves! Yes, you called it. Oh boy, here we go. I called it again. Oh no. I know what's gonna happen. Oh no 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 no. No! Rip. Oh, creeps. Creeps, creeps, creeps. Jeez, that's bizarre. Wow. Shadows, I get why you wanted to drive the Berkshire now. I had I just wanted to drive it because it was a nice locomotive. I had no intention of telling a ghost story. And the cab forward. Yeah. True horror. Please tell, yes. Twain. Yeah, there was a Twain. Look at how high up our cab is. We could see the top of that other train. Yeah. Anyway. No! Ouch! Ouch! Oh, not again. He fell out! No! Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. The colleagues going to have... The colleagues going to have been dead for years before, ain't he? No. Well, maybe. I guess you'll have to wait for part 2 of the story sometime. Just keeping an eye on the speed limit. Okay, we're slowly gaining, that's good. Now I know what your inspiration for Tall Order of Coal was, Shared Eyes. Aha. That's incredible. A story he's written himself? A 3-part session for one of his train routes. Yes, indeed. Kangafango is correct with that. Also set in winter, snow, night 2, etc. Oh, so was it a stream or something? Nope, it's a series of sessions that I've made for my Coleman's Mountain Railroad, the tall load of coal thing. Nope, he did it off-stream 2 years back or so. Yep. Oh, there was a station we just passed. Speed is... Well, I can increase the speed a little bit. Let's do throttle at 60%. And let's save again. Should I golden pocket watch? Yes. Like a tail that accompanied a route? Not really. In that route, the thing is, I always like to put story elements in my sessions whenever I make them. You will get to see that when I make sessions for the Milton Valley Railroad eventually, when it's finished. And, yeah, there is no overarching story for my route. However, there are little plots in the sessions. Some of them more obvious than others. I don't know. It absolutely is going to be a pocket watch. Yes, it was. Shadow Ice. Okay, now that's just twisted and weird. Yeah, you see, the thing is, you expected it to be a pocket watch. And of course, I knew that people would expect it to be a pocket watch. I specifically mentioned the pocket watch. Yeah? I gave it specific characteristics, namely it's gold, and it's got BT inscribed on it. I specifically drew so much attention to the pocket watch, it had to be the pocket watch. Now, I could have gone one of two ways there at the end with the envelope. Oh, there's a train, hello. Either I could have subverted your expectations and just have it be something else, but that would have been boring. You'd just have been like, oh yeah, of course, he thought that we thought that was the pocket watch, so he didn't make it the pocket watch. That's boring. Or I could say, oh yes, it is the pocket watch, dun dun dun, which everybody expected, and that would have been boring as well. So I came up with a third option, and that is to give you your expectations, to fulfill them. You say, oh no, it's gonna be the pocket watch, oh no, and then, yes, it is the pocket watch. But it gets worse. You see, with the photograph? Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Ugh, ugh. Golden pocket watch. Oh, where was it? It skipped. Oh, it skipped. Yep. I bet it. That damn pocket watch. Oh, there's a bridge. It's nice. Let me just say it again. Oh, there's a station. I want to actually see our train pass here. Mainly because I also want to get a thumbnail, maybe. That's not really that much of a choice. Not choice, good option, doesn't really illuminate it. Right, that signal was green, good. Yep. Use hate ball, uses hate ball. Not sure what that's a reference to. No! Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Nope, nope, nope. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying the story. It sounds like a Stephen King novel. Oh, well, thanks, I guess. Oh, great work there. Thank you, the lonely one. I appreciate your compliment. Wow. It's made up. Wow. Damn it! That's amazing mind work and storytelling right there. Thank you very much. It's mostly... I mostly have this experience from watching many films, and also about 5-ish years, well, a little bit less than 5 years of tabletop role-playing, and GMing as well. Shadace, 1, you are very cruel. You are very cruel to trick us like that. You're referring to the thing with the image in it, or that it is made up? 2, how in the name of hell did you come up with that on the spot? How do you? Yeah, it's GMing experience. That is the secret. Because if you're a GM, a game master for a role-playing game, then you have to learn how to make up a story on the spot, and one that's plausible as well. Because you can have a perfectly immaculate story planned out, going this way, the players do something, completely derail it, go off the rails, turn around twice, go to the moon in a submarine, then come back, then use the same submarine to go underwater, and then expect a story to be there, and then you have to be able to come up with a story on the spot. And yeah, just experience. And it leaves you asking questions too. Perfect. Yeah, I do like that. That was deliberate. And that, boys and girls, is how you tell a good train-themed horror story on the spot. Thank you very much. Yes. Didn't one of the Star Trek role RPs have a moment where someone made a story up on the spot to please the family? Well, yeah, but that wasn't really made up. That was so that player told the story of his character, of how his character got to the point that he was at. He only slightly changed it a little bit, but yeah. It's getting late for me. I'm head off now. Okay, bye, the lonely one. Thank you very much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Can't remember that. Yeah, it was before you joined the group, Kangafango. Don't have nightmares. It wasn't that bad of a story. Only one person died. Well, as far as you know. Well, he may not have died. See ya. You might not have been there. Bye. He's probably gonna read that message in like 10 minutes. Exactly 10 minutes. That message was sent 9:23. Now it's 9:33. Exactly 9 minutes. Yes. Sweet dreams though. Bye. Did you really know where it was going? Vaguely, but not to the extent which it was. And the Git made it all up. Of course I did. Of course I did. The thing is, okay, here's another trick I'll share with you. When Chris first recommended that I should tell a horror story, a paranormal story. Oops, speeding, going downhill. Yep. I had immediately thought of, I mean, of course, a good horror story, like the campfire story, like on a night surprisingly similar to this night. There were 10 kids sitting around a fireplace, like us. You know, that thing, making it relatable to your current situation, so it's scarier. I wanted to do that, of course. And, yeah, I want to do that, so I immediately thought of, okay, I want to involve a train, I want it to be set at night in the snow, what can I do? Then I thought, okay, well that's, there are plenty of things you can do with it. You can put in ghost trains, you can put in phantom signals, you can put in all sorts of stuff. You can make it a runaway maybe, but all of that seems so distant. It seems like not really connected to you. So I needed something that connected the story with the listeners. Now, since the audience of the story are people in chat or who are watching this archived, you are using the internet. You probably use the internet a lot. So I thought, okay, something that lends itself to storytelling that has to do with the internet. So that, okay, well, forum, of course, a forum. So yeah, and then the idea of me having read it in a forum makes it so much more believable and connects the story again to the real world. What happened? AI train collision. So an AI train collided, not mine. Mine's fine. An AI train collided, which ended the scenario. And I think that's probably good because we've gone half an hour over time, and I do want to do Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So I mean, that's just the perfect end, really. A horror story driving at night that ends in a train derailment. And it wasn't even our train. So, yeah. And actually, I'm going to do a sneaky thing now. And that is, I'm going to continue talking about the story and my thought process behind it, and continue reading chat in the next stream, in the Roller Coaster Tycoon stream. So if you're watching this archived, or if you're watching live, then you'll have to watch another one. You'll have to watch the Roller Coaster Tycoon one as well, so you know how it continues. Yes? There you go. Perfect cliffhanger. So I'm going to end the stream now, and about a minute or so after, I'm going to start up the Roller Coaster Tycoon stream, and then we'll continue. Don't worry, I will be able to read chat. So, see you in a minute. Bye!